Tell me about your business and how you got started.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting story. It's quite a long story because, whenever you start some sort of business, you have a problem to solve. And I think one of my problem was being labeled by the school system as slow. And so I eventually came to a point in my life where I was just like, I'm living this life of mediocrity. I don't really I don't really feel like I'm making any sort of progress in my life. So why don't I try to start a business? Why don't I try to do something like out of the normal? So I started picking up some nonfiction books. The very first nonfiction book I picked up was not Rich Dad Poor Dad, but Second Chance by Robert Kiyosaki, the same
Right.
author as Rich Dad Poor Dad. So as soon as I picked up this book, it basically changed my life.
That's
Like,
fine.
it put me on a path of lifelong learning, which is basically what my business is based around. One of my, I guess, slogan is lifelong learning is your key to success. So I try to inspire people to pick up the books and get the most out of those books so that you can put it into a plan and take action. And I've recently built an online course which goes through the SPAR framework: study, plan, action, repeat. It's got 40 different lessons that help out with your mindset, your productivity, and your study habits. The most important thing when we pick up these nonfiction books is to take action on what you read. If you're not taking action, if you're soaking in this information and not taking action on it, then it's basically worthless.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the flagship product of my business. But I also like to do workshops and short events, like 2 hours. The workshops last like 6 hours, 8 hours. And that's actually getting out in front of people and speaking about this topic, the SPAR framework. And so, yeah, I mean, basically that's what I do. Also, book promotions by authors. Like, I've had several different authors approach me that are from, what's it called? Independently published, including you, Nick.
Oh, thanks.
A while back. Yeah,
that was a while ago.
Met. Yeah, I think it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, 2017. Yep.
Yeah, 2017. You were actually the first author that approached me with their book. So you got the ball rolling with that. And since that point, especially in 2018 and beyond, I started to get a whole lot more book promotions. So this is part of the main aspect of what I do. I like to help independently published authors to get their book out in front of my around 20,000 followers across all social media platforms.
Wow.
So that really helps them to get their word out. I think that is so important because words are really powerful, whether we're speaking them, whether we are writing them.
Correct.
Words are extremely powerful. So if people can get their stories out there, that makes me happy too. And I'm learning from it in the process because I actually sit down and read the book and take notes and try to apply the takeaways in my life. And I want to convey that to the people out there. So there's my business summarized into a few minutes right there.
Sure. And we'll get into more deeper content as we go with the questions here. But I just wanted to follow up by saying that I love your platform because you are touching on so many great things here. Number one that it stands out in my mind is lifelong learning. I mean, I am such a huge advocate of lifelong learning. And I went through something similar in my childhood where because of problems and dysfunctional family behavior at home, I did not excel in school at all. And my childhood years were racked with pain and suffering, and it translated over to my schoolwork. or lack of, and it really affected me and my ability to learn, I would say. I never my confidence was shattered too because of
Yeah.
dealing with dysfunctional family behavior. Uh, there was a lot of abuse, verbal abuse and emotional abuse that stunted my professional and personal growth. So I never really believed in myself. And it was really difficult for me to get past that. And I had a lot of years where I had to really work myself through that. Your platform is amazing because you can reach so many people that are going through the same type of thing. They're not sure that they can absorb material or they can retain information, and you teach them really great ways to not only retain the information that they're reading, but also apply the information they're reading. That is so important. And I really believe in your platform, and I think it's brilliant the way you did it. You know, you use your speaking influence as a way to spread your message and let people know and gain trust with you over and over again through your workshops on a personal level, that you are trying to help them. Number one priority is helping them, right? So, and we all have to live in a society where we have to make money to live, right? So there's no way around that. I mean, we need money to survive. So there's no shame in making a certain amount of income, doing what you love. That's the way I see it.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
I also see it like that too, Nick, and especially because, well, if you're solving someone's problem and they're paying you for it, it's fine, right?
it's a
There's
win-win.
no harm in making money off of something that is really beneficial for society.
Exactly. So you are touching on a couple of really great themes here, and that is memory retention, applying what you learn, and having a lifelong positive outlook on learning, and overcoming these challenges that some people may have had, like myself, where we never thought we could really learn. So I actually delayed going to college because I didn't think I was smart enough to get through college. It was just insane the way I was limiting myself and self-sabotaging by behaviors that I had and old ways of thinking that were just not productive. And if I eventually went to college and I did great. I did great. I did better in college than I ever did in elementary school and high school because I cared. I cared about my college education, and it was so great. And I had a lot of influential professors and friends that were helping me along to help me believe in myself, and that was tremendous. So it's a great thing for us to get a mentor, get someone that we trust and believe in that can help us believe in ourselves, and that's where your influence can be so great. You know, you have a positive influence on people that you're trying to help, and the more personal connections you can build with people, the more that spreads and